Hi there, Jan Kurtgers here for Guillaume TV with Matt McRae, the CTO of Vizio. And Vizio is this year again at CES and showing the CoStar, Vizio CoStar, a Google TV companion box. You have been selling this or shipping it since August?
Yeah, it's been about 6 months.
So how has it been going? What's the experience with it?
Very good. Actually, as your viewers will probably know, we were short for a very long time. Oversold. The demand outstripped our supply for almost 4 months, playing catch up. We've now just caught up on that supply, which is good, and it's now being sold at Amazon, and you'll see some other retailers launch in the next few months.
How do you think Google TV is developing in general? There's a couple of other announcements at this CES and a bunch of more companion boxes. Where is it going for Google TV? And how do you want to stand out when everybody has a box?
Yeah, I think the platform was off to a slow start when it initially launched, and Vizio didn't have a product at that point. We launched in August because we thought it got to a point where the feature sets were starting to get very compelling. What you see here at the show and what we're showing at the show is the new version 3 software, which includes some really great features like voice search across multiple categories of content. We have the new Amazon app, where Amazon before was more of a web page, which was difficult to navigate. Now it's an actual full app on the platform, and it's a much better interface. We have the new Voodoo app as well, so we've been filling in some of the gaps that have been in the GTV space. And then the new guide, which I think is really interesting. One of the things we've always found with television UIs is it's always better if you don't completely cover up the screen immediately when someone's just trying to find maybe a related piece of content. And the new guide, I think, does a very good job at providing that cover art along the bottom. So, version 1 I think was very early. Version 2 was very good. We got involved. Version 3 I think is a significant improvement. And as you can probably guess, and we can't talk a lot about it, but Google has version 4 and version 5 being planned. And I think it's one of the things Google does very well, which are kind of iterative improvements. They never stay still, and they take feedback very well from customers like us, and we hear it from our consumers and feed it back to them very quickly. And so I think it's progressing quite well, and it's only going to get better as it goes forward. We have some exciting products in the second half that we're not showing at the show, but we think it's got legs.
Maybe you can hint a little bit more at that. Are you going to give more products to Vizio CoStar customers, or
yeah, I think
is this finally going to come to Vizio TVs at some point?
Well, I mean, I think the CoStar product in general has been a big hit for us. Again, we were short for months on supply, and so don't be surprised if you look forward in the future that we may have more than one product going after maybe multiple market segments. As far as getting GTV into our TVs, we still don't have any defined plans. But again, after every single release that we do of the GTV software, we're seeing more and more traction and starting to feel more and more comfortable about making it a mainstream platform for us.
So it could eventually become...
It could eventually, yes.
What do you think, how do you see Google TV develop in general? It has been very focused on kind of cable TV enhancement. It's this setup with HDMI loop through, which is still a little complicated. Do you think that's going to be streamlined at some point? Is it going to become more of a pure over-the-top box eventually? What are your thoughts?
Well, I think what Google tried to solve a very specific thing in their first versions of the software, and that was to really provide a fully integrated experience that celebrated search across your DVR, your set-top box, the OTT, and it's a very difficult thing to solve. And I think that's what they've been iterating and improving ever since the version 1 software. I think what you'll see as we go forward and we get into the next versions is you're going to see a plethora of new devices, and some will be probably pure OTT devices, very small devices that just have an HDMI out and have a very simple remote control. And you'll see it go all the way up to the current more complex devices that try and control everything in your living room. And I think that's where you're going to see things start to differentiate amongst not only products but different suppliers. I think the area or the space that Google's going to allow some of the innovation to happen is actually going to get bigger as we look forward in this year in 2013.